Up there, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
On first and 10, Burris. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. It's pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Down. 70, Indy.
You think you're going to get this?
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
You.
Here's a second and 7. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yards to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down.
Set. 30 base.
Check. Exit.
Hey, exit.
Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Pick me up. Here we go. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Let's go.
From the gun, Burris. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Alert 3. Check out.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
He's got it with the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
On 2nd down, Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 43-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to the ground. This time Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. The 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Jim. Kill. SOS.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Yellow. I'm the line.
Check 47. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 15.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Check 49. Shoot.
Attack.
Mahomes now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Here I come.
To throw on 2nd down. Burris. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Burris. Buying time to his left. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And taken right at the 35. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Check 3.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Check 24, check 24. Check.
On first down, Muhammad. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A toss to Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Slam.
Now Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready?
From the gun, Burris. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 50. 6 man. Check curl.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Burris, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
On the set.
At the 41-yard line.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Snap.
Throwing on first down. Burris, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Back to throw. Burris going deep here for Parker. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Parker, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We own them.
Both.
Hey, 57.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Check 26. Check 26. Deuce.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
You ain't got nothing.
Tighten up.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
47 is the mic. 47.
Box try.
Drop deep. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe
that's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
50 the mic. Get ready. Big rip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burris looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense.
51's the mic. They can't hang with us.
On the ball. 2.
Operating from the gun. Burris to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 99.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Safe. Check 52.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might have.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career. That ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Here's Olsen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. I've got blue lady. Yellow, yellow.
No.
Checked up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They go play action here on 1st down. This is the tight end Fant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Defense, our time. It's our time.
Protein spill. Ready to go. Get it.
They're going with Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Burris. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw. Burris. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Tell her. Ship. Ship. Watch the ship. Check.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Switch.
Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yellow! Argelati!
It's out time, guys. It's out time. He's checking.
Here we go. Finish.
On the carry, it's Olsen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
For yellow. Argelati!
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Fenty.
Check. Crunch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's complete to Meredith. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Steps away to his left. We've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Mahomes. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
I got you. Undercut. Shit.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the kick by Butker is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Burris. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Burris. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. To throw on second down. Burris. And this is caught. It's Parker. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here we go. 8 read.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hit it.
From the gun on third down. Burris. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Burris. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On second down, Freeman. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, let's get there. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Get it.
Off the play fake. Burris. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
On 4th down, Burris. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Olesen.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
You got time. Red. Switch.
2nd down and inches. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Check 25. He's coming. We got double up. Check nickel.
They'll run with Muhammad. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now Olsen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Lucky. Watch the safety creep. Hey, 57.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, here we go. 36. Shift.
Now Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
Hey, check line 47. It's our time.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Broncos, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.